This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So here at just okay. So I will use my existing playbooks, but in your case, please don't use the existing playbooks. Just type manually. Okay. So to save our time and also I'm using existing playbooks or copy pasting. But in your case, please type manually. Okay. Well, okay. So otherwise I'll go back. Come back. CD playbook. Cat HTTPD. Take anyone. Just I'm trying to take an existing playbook. Nothing there. Okay. See this playbook. Already we discussed this playbook. This is our existing playbook. Already we discussed it. Yeah, right. Okay. So if you want same thing, I'm using same module, M module only. If you want, but I'm repeating M module. If you want to do, if I want to download something, something XYZ something some task, same task in multiple items. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm repeating. So here also I repeated M module. Here also I repeated M module. So here also I repeated M module. So because okay, so instead of this repeating, so we can use the loops. Okay, we can use the loops. So any idea about loops in any language, any programming language? What is basic? What is the loop?
Yeah, iteration.
Yeah. So Shyam, you also know that loop. What is the loop? What it will do?
Yeah, I know the meaning of loop, but yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay. So here, right? So instead of repeating same module, okay, same module, so we can use the loop. So here, right? Simply. Here, okay. So in Python, right, sorry, in Ansible, right? So we have only one loop with underscore item. So if you see in a cell, bash, PowerShell, Python, or Java, we'll have the multiple loops. Okay, for loop, I think for loop only. I think only we have a for loop only. Okay. Same here also, right? We have the loop name will be with underscore items. The loop name will be with underscore items. So if you see right, Java, Python, so the loop will start. The loop will start from starting. Okay, like kind of something. Okay, so we'll see some brackets, some for loop. For example, if it's a for loop, so for then we will start the bracket something and all. Here not like that and all. Okay, so here you will not use starting off. So okay, at the end of the line means the bottom will use the loop name. Yeah, the loop name will be with underscore items, not for something other. The loop name will be with underscore items.
Oh, that's a predefined one.
Sorry.
Oh, that is a predefined one with underscore items.
Yeah, it's predefined. So predefined, the default plugin, default whatever you can say. Okay. So here my items, for example. So my item is it. So then HTTPD, whatever number of whatever some XYZ, whatever some ABC, whatever. Okay, so you can give. So here, right, just will give the items, some like this will go. Okay. So here, right, in this bracket, items only. Will not you will not give anything and all. So okay, like ABC is nothing. It's just okay. This is also the predefined. Whatever because the items, right? So this is also predefined. Here we will give the items. So this is the my items here. Whatever git HTTPD. So if you give like this, right, what it will happen? So okay, always my playbook will execute from the top to bottom. So top to bottom. Okay, so once here come the play rate, so here it will check the item. So these are the my items. These are the my items, right? So this is a loop. With the item is this is a loop. First git will install, then it will go to the HT, then XYZ, then ABC. Like it will iterate. Okay, Chandra, Sushant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions here? Chandra, Sushant, any questions?
No, I'm good.
No.
Okay.
Good, Ram. But then you have to remove the top part, right, from the playbook. The first part you have to remove, right? Because you mentioned down, right?
Yeah, it will remove.
The
Yeah,
telnet.
yeah, for demo purpose, just I saw you. Just I will remove it. Okay. Just okay. For demo
Okay.
purpose, just I compare. That's it.
Right.
I will show you. Okay, practically. So I have my existing playbook. Okay, so that loops that. Okay, so just now if you read that links right in that link. Okay, I have a playbook loops.yml. Here if you see, I'm using the user module. So using user module, so we can create the users. In Linux or Windows, we will have user set, user Ram, user Chandra, user Sushant, like that. So we can create the users using user module. So okay, so you use user module. So okay, we can make user accounts. User accounts means like usernames. Okay, if you see Windows or Linux, okay, there will be some users, right? So along with user, so we can use these options. So append means append comment, the create home. You want to by default home directory /home. By default home directory, if you don't do anything, by default home directory in Linux, the Unix /home. If you want to use custom home directory, then you can mention so create home something. Expire for group. So okay, so groups, all these things. Okay, so okay, password. So you can use all these options. Later you can see, you can state presenter option. Always present means you kind of adding or installing. Absent means remove. Okay, so UID, you can set UID. So it's all the examples. You see, so using user module, so they're trying to create, some John D with the, okay, so this UID and adding to this group. Same thing. If you want to remove, so remove is equal to yes. Just okay, we can create the users. We can create the users, delete users. That user management. Okay, in Windows or Linux. Okay, Chandra, Sushant.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, right. So okay, here I'm using the user module. So the syntax is same. User name is equal to your username. State is equal to present. But here I'm using the loop with the underscore item. So that's why here I given the item. So item. So these are my items. For example, just I'm creating some users, user 1, user 2, user 3, and Okay, so gather facts. Okay, just leave it gather facts. We'll discuss also after this playbook. Okay, any questions here, Chandra, Sushant?
No,
Any
no, sir.
question? Okay, if you don't have any questions, then just execute Ansible playbook. I'm executing this playbook. So you can see. Okay, so I already knows what's the play all. Already play my task, add a list of users. So here, so my task is the add a list of users. Okay, so yellow color you can see. So okay, master and agent, user 1, and master and agent, user 2, user 3. So play recap. If we see / by default home directory for all users /home. Here I can see. So user 1, user 2, user 3 is created. Okay, Sushant, Chandra.
Okay. Read, write, and execute. Okay.
Sushant, any questions, Sushant?
Sorry, I was stuck in mute. No, Ram, no, it could.
Okay.
So you just added in a loop, like, just you
yes.
just right. That's good.
So now see also I got my playbook. So here, if you see any existing play, what I play there, not play. Okay. So here you can see, I mentioned gather facts is equal to no. Okay, I mentioned gather facts is equal to no or false, something, right? If you mention gather facts, right? So okay, the default task it will not execute. Again, I will execute my playbook. So here you can see, so there is no gather fact that particular task. That particular task. So again, I will edit my playbook. Just okay, so just comment or whatever, or remove whatever. Just I'm commenting that. Okay, so by default it will be yes. If you mention, if you don't mention, by default gather facts is equal to yes. Okay. So now if you execute now, so by default, so that okay, so gather facts task will execute. So gather facts means just it will gather the facts. All our system information just it will gather the facts. Okay. So why is okay? So the facts, right? So if you want to use, you can use. How to use that we'll discuss tomorrow. Just here you can see here. So okay, if you don't mention no, so by default it will gather the facts. So that facts, if we require, we can use it in somewhere in our playbooks. That how to use that we'll discuss tomorrow. For example, right, if you're not using any facts in your playbook, okay, so you are not using any that's the system facts in your playbook. So then there, so just keep it no. Just okay, so keep it no. Okay, like this. Just keep it no. So why? Because so here I have only 2 servers. Okay, I have only 2 servers. For example, assume that you have 1,000 servers. Okay, you are running our playbook into like 100 servers or 1,000 servers. You are running a playbook. Okay, so by default this is the first task. If you don't mention no, this is by default. Okay, so it will execute all the 100 tasks first, right? So it will take some time, at least 10 minutes or at least 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes it will take, right? If you want to save your time, then mention the so no gather facts no here. Okay, so it will not do any harm and all. So if you mention yes also, it will not do any harm and all. But right, if you want to save some time and all, okay, so 3 servers is okay, 10 servers are okay. For example, if you are running in 100, 200, 1,000 servers, okay, in one playbook, so that's then right. If you don't mention no, so by default, so it first task will be gather facts. Okay, first it will execute it will take some time, 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depends upon your network, depends upon your server, number of servers, right? So if you want to save that time, so you can mention you can mention the no. So no means it will not execute. Okay, if you are not using any facts in your playbook, if you want to use your facts, then compulsory we have to mention the yes only. That we'll see tomorrow how to use facts in the playbook. Okay, Chandra?
Yeah, all good. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that is the gather facts. That how to use the gather facts and all we'll see in the conditions. Okay. If you see other playbook, same playbook. So just you can see here, same playbook. If you see last playbook, right? Last playbook. So okay, so we use only one item as a loop, right? So here two items. So this is one item. So this is one item. Here using M module. So using M module again, M module. Same for loop with underscore items. You can see here. Define name is equal to your package name. Some value is equal to that absent or present something. Item dot name means it will pick from here, from name. So item dot value means it will pick from this value, whatever value, absent or present, whatever required. In last playbook, right? What we see? So just only one item we mentioned, only one place we mentioned the loop or item something. So here using the multiple items. Okay. Okay. Any questions here? So here item dot name means so that name. So here we defined. You can see that name here we defined. So value means the value here we defined. So value is equal to whatever absent or present, whatever something. So we define here. Just in two places, just to loop.
Before hard coding also we can pass the variable, right?
So that your voice is breaking. Can you repeat once again?
No, I'm saying without hard coding, like the name HTTPD and value absent, can we pass the variable over there or not possible?
So your voice is breaking. You are using headphones or direct that one.
Direct one.
Okay.
Are you able to hear now?
Yes.
Now it's better.
Oh, okay. So we are hard coding the values, right? In the name tab, HTTPD and value is absent something.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. I got your question. So here, just here with hard coding, right? We can use the variables also. I will show you. We can use the variables also. Here,
Okay.
right? So while defining this loops here items, so we can use the variables also. I will show you that one.
Okay. Yeah, miss. Okay.
I will show you. I think I have playbook for that. I will show you. Okay. Yeah. So any questions here? That I will show you, Chandra. That variables, how to pass variable. I will show you. Here, any questions?
Very good.
Okay. So if you execute also, it will execute anyway. Yeah, okay. So it will execute anyway. So I will open other playbook. So this is not. So this is not. So this is also not. Okay. So okay, if you want to write, so if you want to pass variables, then we can pass it. So like this, okay. So like this, so I can define the variables. So just assume that these are the variables. So these are the variables. These variables, okay. I will define in outside in one file. I'll show you. We get user var.yml in some outside some file. I'll define the user one. I think RAM already is there. So what will RAM one is that to Chandra. Okay, so here you can see here, right? I define the variables. Here I define the variables. So here I have to okay. So I have to pass the file name. What's my file name? User method YML. Okay, so if you see here, so here I define my variables. User one something. Okay, I define here. So this is my playbook. So here I'm calling my variable file name. So okay, here I define my variables. You can see how I define here my variables in the loops. Okay, Chandra, Sushant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this will be useful if you have a lot of like a lot of things, right? Maybe users or whatever it may be, and you have issues.
Chandra, sometimes right, your voice is not clear. Something okay. Just you can adjust your.
Right now.
Yeah, we are audible, but sometimes so I'm missing some words. Yeah, now okay.
Yeah, so like this will be useful, I guess, when we have large data. Correct.
Yes. Yeah, always right. Yeah, the variables you can. Yeah, we should not hard code. Here for demo purpose, sometimes I'm hard coding, but in production, don't hard code. We always go for variables. Here, right, just for demo, just for testing purpose. Okay, so sometimes I'm hard coding, but in production, no hard coding. Okay, no hard coding. Always we should go for the variables concept. Okay, Chandra, Sushant.
Yeah.
So share this playbook. So just execute it. Okay, you can see some syntax errors. You can see where it is syntax errors. You can see here. I given some space, all those stuff and all. Okay. So yeah, if you type right manually, so then you will come to know. So okay, so it is a problem. All the stuff and all. Here give one space. Okay, so like this. Save it. Execute. Again, you can see some host all. Line number 2, column 3. Host is okay. User sudo vars files. Okay, not file. It's yes files. Okay, so vars underscore files. Execute it. So you can see, so it's executed. You can see RAM1 Chandra Sushant. So if you go by default location /home, so here you can see, so RAM1 Chandra Sushant.
Am I audible? I have one question, Ram.
Yes.
So like, if we have like 100 users or something, do we need to define like user 1, user 2, user 3, user 9, 10, so on? Or like, can we give something like what we do in for loop for I equal to 1, I less than 100 or something like that?
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. It is, for example, it is the same sequence, user 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, proxy will not have like the user 1, 2, 3, 4. We have some names, Ram, Chandra, Sushant, XYZ, ABC, right? We will not have user 1, 2, 3, 4.
So we need to do it manually, right? If we have names.
Yes. Yeah, manually.
Okay.
For example, any scenario, if in any scenario you have some sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, like file 1, file 2, file 3. Some, for example, anyway, we will not in production. We will not have that one 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. For example, if you have that, then you can use some simple coding, simple shell script, whatever shell script, bash script, PowerShell, Python, whatever you know, just you can define some and you can call it.
Oh, okay.
That I will. So that also I will show you. Okay, I will show you that also. Yeah. For example, you have some sequence in anything. Okay, for example, file 1, file 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Instead of just repeating, so that 1, 2, 3, 4 something, you can do something, some scripting, whatever, Python, shell script, bash, whatever. Okay, and you can call that script into playbook.
Okay.
That also I will show you. Okay, I will show you later. Okay, bye. So any questions here? So if you see any other playbook, okay, so this playbook, just leave it. It is not executing, just simply. So here, this playbook you can see here, same that variables, the variable concept only, same, but different method. Okay, so okay, different method. Here, right, so okay, I define variables. Okay, so this is my list. Okay, list. This is item. Means in variables also like kind of list and item. Okay, so here if you see, just I instead of calling the individual variable, I'm calling the list only, entire list. Here, right, so this is list, this is items. Okay, in variables, so okay, here I define like list and items. List, this is items, right? So if you see last playbook, what we did individually, I call, right? So instead of individually calling, so just you can call that list, your variable list. So if we call like this, whatever items are there under this this list, whatever, okay, so it will call it will list. Same, the variable only, but just simply just something to, okay, so a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so if I execute this playbook, it will execute also with your errors on that. So okay. Sushant, any questions, Sushant, here?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, so now we'll see one more playbook. So nested loops. Nested loops means loops within the loops. So, okay, so that playbook I will see. Simple. Nested loops means loops within the loops. Okay, loops within the loops. So here you can see, just I will edit. Sorry. Just let me, okay, so edit this one and show you. So yeah, you can see. So this is okay. So now we are right. So we are using a nested loops with underscore nested. with underscore item means this is a normal loop. With underscore nested means nested loops, loops within the loops. So here I'm using the file module. So file module. So using file module, we can create files, directories, hard link, soft link, all the stuff under file module. So using file module, we can create the files, directories, a soft link, hard link, all the stuff under. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so manage file module. So manage files under file properties. So so using you can see here set attribute of files, symbolic links, directories, we can get the directories, removing all the stuff under. So we can do it. You can see so the parameters. For every model, so there will be some parameters, some options, some parameters. So if you want, you can go to this one. So force, group. If you want to define group, the mode, the permissions, the file permissions under. You can use the mode. So ownership, the file or directory ownership can define path. In which path you're going to create in a file or directory, whether it is recursive or not. So all these things. So you can source location. State always state means you can see. Absent means it will remove whatever it may be. Directory means it will create the directory. File means it will create the file. Hard means it will create the hard link. Link means it will create the soft link. Touch means it will create the file, empty file. Touch means it will create the. These are the Linux commands. Touch is the Linux command. So touch means it will create the file or empty file. Link, soft link, hard link, file, directory, absent, remove. So later also you can go through all this. For every module, every module there will be some options, some parameters. So later you can go through it. Here if you see examples, file, using a file module, you can see the name, change file ownership, group and permissions. File module, so path, in this path, so this one path here. So in this path, this one file. For this file, they're trying to change ownership and group and permission. So here you can see some permissions. Here also the same thing. Permissions. Create a symbolic link, source, destination, owner, group, or state link, whatever. You can see the examples. So changing file permissions, all the stuff on that. You want to create directory, so path, in which path you are going to create directory, state directory, permissions, ownership, all you can define it using the options. Okay, Chandra, Sushant?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, so now we will see our playbook. Same thing here, I'm using file module. So you can see here file module and creating directories. I'm creating directories in which path, in this path /temp path. I'm creating directories. You can see here I'm using some loops here. Some loop / again loop. I'm using the nested loops. Nested loops means with loops within the loops. Here first what it will do, item 0 means if you see right, index, right?
Yeah.
Always index will start from the 0, not from 1. Okay, so here right, if you see we will start from 1 2 3 4. If you want to calculate something, we will start from 1 2 3, right? But in index, in any programming language, Python, I think any programming language, you will start from the 0 1 2 3 4. Not the 1 2 3 4. It's from the 0 1 2 3 4. Yeah. So
Is
index,
it like
right? Sorry.
Is it like array, AR or AY?
Yeah, I think yes. I think maybe. So zero means the first one. Okay, folder one. First it will create the folder one. Okay, first it will create the folder one. Then item one. Item one means so this is zero. Okay, this is zero. Okay, the first one is zero. So this is one. Okay, the index. Okay, one. First it will create the folders. Folder one. Then it will go item one. In item one I have the subfolder. Then it will get the subfolder one, folder two, folder three. Again it will get the folder two. In folder two, again it will get the 1, 2, 3, 4 subfolders. Like nested loops is find the loops within the loops. Simple. Anyway, in production, right, we will not use this much clear, like that critical one. So we'll use normal loops only. But some understanding purpose, for knowing purpose, just I'm saying this. Okay, so but in production we will not use this much critical, this much. So that one. Okay, right. So if I execute, so Ansible item playbook. So you can see, yeah, so it's created. If you go ls-l/temp, so here you can see folder one, folder two, folder one, folder one. You can see subfolder one, subfolder two, subfolder three. Same thing. If you go for folder two also, you can see 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Chandra, Sushant.
Yeah, okay.
So that's it about loops. Okay, so loops, I will show you my production how we will use loops. You can see here. Here we commented means I think you know what is the commented. Anyway, we'll see. So you can see same file module, file module. So path. Okay. So this may be this one. Okay. So path item means this one. Okay. You can see this is also a variable. So this is variable. So this variable we define the variable file. Okay, variable file. State directory, creating one directory. So with underscore item some. Okay. So here you can see copy module. So okay, using copy module. Okay, you can see item because this is item. This is loop. Okay, item is this ones. Here also we define the variables. These variables we define some okay, that variable files using the okay. So this one. Okay, Chandra, Sushant, any questions here?
So the SRC equal to path for install is there, right? Path for install script and server. Is that a variable or? Oh, I think that is path. Okay.
Your voice is breaking. Okay, Chandra.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know why it's breaking.
Now it's okay. Now it's fine. Can you repeat
Yeah,
once again?
so I'm asking like, in the path there is SRC equal to path, right? Path for install script and server. Right?
Sorry, can you repeat once again? No, some words are missing.
Oh, yeah. So the copy equal to is there, right? Copy. There was a copy in the cut.
Path. Where
Yeah.
path? This one?
Yeah. So that path for install script Ansible server, is that a variable or what?
This is a variable. This is a variable. It's a variable. This variable we define somewhere in the variable file. This is the variable. So this is also variable. This is also variable.
And what we call the item, that is also variable, right?
Sushant, can you repeat? Can you able to hear his voice?
And it's breaking little. Yeah, some words are breaking. Yeah.
Yeah, we're missing some words, Chandra.
Oh, okay. So the item is there, right? That is also a variable, correct?
No, item is loop. Item loop. Wherever you can see item, right? Yeah, item loop.
Okay. Got it.
The item loops. So all this remaining, this is a variable. This is a well, item, right? So item means this is a loop. So this is a loop. Okay, Chandra?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, right. So if you see the other playbook, here also you can see with underscore item. Same thing. Here also we're creating a directory. State derivatives, it will look at the directory. So item means loop. Which directory you're creating? So this one. This is the variable. Okay. Some variable files we define this variable. When this is the condition, the conditions we will discuss tomorrow. With underscore item. That's it here. In this, we will see other playbook. So here also you can see. Here also you can see. So using M module. Okay. So with underscore items, you can see here. This is a variable. Okay. So this is a variable. Just we're calling this variable. We'll not hard code. Okay. Not hard code. Okay. So always will. Here also you can see file, creating directory. State equal directory means it will create the subdirectory. What directory? So this is a variable. So okay, this whatever is there in this variable, it will create the directory item. So that's it. Okay. So any questions? Same. If you see okay, all playbooks same only, the same concept. Chandra, any questions? Sushant, any questions?
No, I'm good.
So that is okay. That loops. So
okay.
Just, right. Conditions we can start today or will see tomorrow. What will say?
So tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
No, tomorrow we're not sure, sir. We'll ping you. Maybe tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, right? So we'll ping you probably Monday.
Yeah. Just ping me. Okay. Whenever you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. No ping. No class. If the class, I'll ping you.
Okay. Thanks. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Ram.
Thank you.
Have a good. Bye, Chandra.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.